Look at these people living in Austria really comfortably with abundant vaccine doses available fucking anywhere. You know, they could just walk into any pharmacy and be like, give me the vax right now, bro, and just get it. And instead of just getting the life-saving vaccine to prevent spreading it by 20 to 30% to avoid getting hospitalized and keeping those hospital beds available for other people, they decide to just pretend to be oppressed as these first world middle-class people with no issues at all, living in relative luxury off the work of people in the third world, off their exploitation. They won't get the life-saving vaccine because they need to feel oppressed. They need to feel like they're special. So you know what they're going to do? They're going to go on protest against having to get a fucking life-saving vaccine. Oh, you poor babies. The worst thing that's ever happened to you in your entire life is that they want to give you a fucking life-saving vaccine to help stop a global pandemic. You poor people, you poor babies. Oh, you're so oppressed. I can't believe you were born this way. That's so sad. Every single one of these people should be in a camp, should be completely excluded from everyday life in every way, shape, and form, should be ostracized from society. You know, the third world has struggled to get vaccines so fucking badly. You got like people, like countries in Africa with like 10, 15% vaccinated because they can't get the supply. Then you have these people in countries where like they could have 4 fucking doses if they wanted to. And they won't even get their first fucking dose because they need to feel oppressed about something. Fucking disgusting. You wanna know what's funny? Let's look at, for example, Austria. What's the Austrian vaccination rate? Austrian vaccination rate, 70%. And it looks like it's pretty much plateaued. It's been like 70, like around 65 plus for like more than a month, like 2 months almost. And you can look at like Argentina vaccination rate, a third world country that started its vaccination campaign pretty late and with far less supply. Already 80% with 1 dose. Higher than Austria, one of the most developed countries in the entire world. And there's been not the same kind of plateau at all. Like in the last 2 months, 20% more people have gotten their first dose in Argentina, while in Austria it's been 5%. You know why? We have this map here, and you've got like a bunch of countries with relatively shitty vaccine supply that have only been able to get them relatively very slowly compared to the first world. And they're all basically as or more vaccinated. At least some of them, like Brazil, Argentina, Uruguay, Chile, are as or more vaccinated than many countries in the first world. Ecuador, 63. Ecuador had like one of the worst pandemic responses imaginable, and they're still at 63. And this isn't because they've had a good vaccine rollout or anything. It's just because the people actually take the fucking vaccines that are there. They covet them. Peru, only 54, but still almost as high as Austria. USA, 59% completely vaccinated. That is sad. 59% completely vaccinated. Argentina, 65% completely vaccinated. Make no mistake, this is first worlders who have absolutely nothing going on in their lives, who just want to feel like they're oppressed. Cuba, producing its own vaccines. 81% completely vaccinated. Like 6 months ago, Cuba had almost no vaccines. It was like 10, 15%. Now it's 81%. The first world should be fucking ashamed. First world, these like atomized neoliberal individuals who just have to feel oppressed about something, who just can't do something for the sake of a group. For themselves as well, obviously, but for the sake of a group. They have to feel special. If you want any better evidence of a fucking privileged labor aristocracy, just look at this shit. The countries hogging the vaccines aren't actually using them, at least not proportionately. They're marching in the street and giving each other COVID so they can die instead. Fucking sad. Honestly, just fucking sad. Just totally unbelievable. Like, you have such an abundant supplies of vaccines in the US. You go fucking anywhere. You go to a bar and they give you a vaccine with your fucking burger. And it's still only 59%. They started their vaccination campaign like a year ago now, or more at this point. Still only 59%. Absolutely crazy. They literally bribe you to get vaccinated, and you still just can't fucking get vaccinated. Unbelievable. Truly unbelievable stuff. First worlders are nothing but worthless labor aristocrats. People need to be taken into custody and forcibly vaccinated. Honestly, at this point, what needs to be done is there needs to be like the UN needs to fucking confiscate all vaccines from first world countries, because if you're not already like triple vax in a first world country, it's because you didn't want to be. So, okay, let's take your fucking vaccines away and give them to the rest of the world. Get fucked. You shouldn't, they're just gonna expire. They're not using them properly. In my opinion, what needs to happen here the most is a recolonization of Europe. A recolonization, a reestablishment of the caliphate. It used to only be in Spain and Portugal, but in my opinion, it's time for it to be reestablished all across Europe. Okay? And this anti-vax stuff really shows it.